Phoenix Rise, ASC Rise to Excellence. Hello Albuquerque School of Excellence community in the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to the Phoenix Times Broadcasting. This is Sama Lilo.
Marwa Zamir,
Nicole Briseño,
Mena Gawad,
Smriti Monger,
Lorelei Hopkins,
Demalada Rasaki,
Audrey Whitney,
and Valeria Hernandez, and we are here to give you the 2023 highlights. Newly appointed NMPED Secretary Dr. Arsenio Romero, together with Ms. Jacqueline Costales, NMPED Interim Deputy Cabinet Secretary, Ms. Karina Chavez, NMPED Director of Charter Schools Division, and Ms. Kelly Pierce, NMPED Deputy Director of Communications, attended the Literary and Public Speaking presentation of Albuquerque School of Excellence, ASC, held last May 2023 at the ASC Mid-High Gymnasium. With the theme, Multiple Voices, One Goal, Excellence, all students from Mrs. Maria Gloria M. King's English classes and selected students from her journalism classes, as well as selected students from Miss Whitney Feen and Miss Catherine Hurst's English classes participated in the event. The keynote speaker, Dr. Arsenio Romero, started his speech by saying that New Mexico is an amazing place, and throughout his years, he was able to see some amazing students doing amazing things. But today, he said, is right up there with all the cool things that I have seen. He also stated that the public speaking is not easy, that it is hard and it makes one nervous. I get nervous myself even at my age now. He said and mentioned the quote by Mark Twain about having only two types of speakers in the world, the nervous and the liar.
So no matter how long, how much time goes by, it's okay to be a little bit nervous. It's okay for it to be a little bit stiff.
Dr. Romero added. The secretary also expressed his admiration to the students, saying,
it's okay to be nervous. If you are speaking the truth, if you're speaking from your heart, you're going to be nervous, and that's okay.
He said. Dr. Romero emphasized the importance of public speaking, saying,
what you're doing here today is going to follow you for the rest of your lives. It's going to benefit you in your goals. To have the practice as a young person will set you up for success as an adult. Building your comfort level, it gets easier and easier every single time. You're going to build your confidence and the ability to influence others. And that right there is power.
This is ASC's second year of hosting the event. The first was participated in by Mrs. King's English classes for school year 2021 to 2022, with the former NMPED Secretary, Dr. Kurt Steinhaus, in attendance. This endeavor aims to tap students' potentials and showcase their skills in various types of public speaking, including poetry, deliveries, speech choir, speeches, setting up poems into music, and live debate. ASC parents, ASC Governing Council members, Ms. Kathy Garcia and Ms. Maria MacLeod, ASC teachers, staff, and administration were also in attendance. The event was spearheaded by Ms. Maria Gloria M. King.
Albuquerque School of Excellence takes pride in recognizing student winners from various competitions from the school year 2022 to 2023. Albuquerque School of Excellence students won in the Regional Science Fair competition and advanced to the statewide competition. The robotics team won the state competition and qualified for the international level competition in California. The journalism team's broadcast won first place in the National Federation of Press Women's competition. Likewise, Sama Lilo also won first place for environmental writing in the same competition under the at-large category and advanced to the national level, where both won honorable mentions. Marwa Zamir, Brandon Restegari, Kirktuna Castillo, and Sama Lilo won multiple minor and major awards in various journalistic competitions in the NFPW at-large competition. Sophia Zhang advanced to the statewide spelling bee. Rowan Lilo advanced to the statewide poetry out loud competition. The esports team won Rocket League. The girls volleyball team won the championship for the spring all-girls season of the Albuquerque Charter School League. Mock trial artists and journalists won on a statewide level. The Math Counts won third place in the team round competition, and Science Olympiad team qualified for state.
We're not above nature, we're part of nature, by Jennifer Nini.
The lack of biodiversity in the world that humans are living in is truly frightening. Over the years, biodiversity has become scarce in natural environments. This will have grave consequences to all the current and future generations. Humans depend much more on the biodiversity than they seem to know. In order to have functional ecosystems, a healthy diet, and the continuation of food chains, we must have biological diversity in our ecosystems. The Director General of UNESCO urges the world to make a change in the world that may no longer exist if the actions of people carry on the way they are right now, with the words, "We can no longer destroy the diversity of life. It is our responsibility to future generations." Iberdrola. There is a great chance that the ecosystems that have thrived for millions of years, surviving through evolution and weathering natural disasters, may become a thing of the past. All of this because of human beings. Human beings who have only recently become a life form in comparison to the age of the Earth and its other inhabitants. Professors from Harvard's Center for Health and the Global Environment state that ecosystems are the foundation on which our civilizations lie. Having biodiversity is essential to having these ecosystems, otherwise they collapse. Much of a healthy diet comes from having fruits and vegetables. Humans need the nutrition provided by these plants. Having a healthy ecosystem means having clean water and vegetables or herbs incorporated in one's food. All of these things are vital when it comes to how people live and how they take these things for granted. What will happen when there is no clean water available? What will they do when animals can no longer survive on the surface of the planet and all the land cannot produce crops for the population? People need to think of these questions now before they become reality. This is not far off the future. It may happen over the next decade. This means everyone on Earth right now needs to think about the solutions for this problem. Generally, one learns about the food chains as a student in primary school in the United States. As educated individuals, they know that energy comes from the sun to grow our crops, and then some animal comes along and eats it, then gets eaten. The cycle continues in such a way, but perhaps no longer. There may not be sufficient ground to grow these crops on, nor the correct environment. Humans have left a significant carbon footprint in the short time they have been on the planet. The effects of pollution are drastic. Species become extinct, the weather becomes uncontrollable, and natural resources that have been abundant for years can no longer be used. There has to be a solution for this constant cycle, or there will be no prey for the predator in humans. The ultimate predators will have no source of nutrition. There is only so much that this planet can handle. In the end, it is understood that there must be a change in the way that humans interact with the planet and all of the living beings on it. If that doesn't happen, then it will lead to the extinction of other life forms and the humans themselves. This is not a debate right now. This is happening right now. A third of the current species that are on the planet are in danger of extinction.
Albuquerque School of Excellence Junior Rowan Lilo participated in PBS Student Reporting Lab's Summer Academy last June 21st through the 29th, 2023 in Boston, Massachusetts. Rowan, along with other student journalists, produced a student-made documentary that told the history of Boston and the importance of beans to the city. The film was live-streamed during the last day of the Academy.
Each new friendship can make a new person because it opens new doors inside of you. By Kate DiCamillo.
It may seem silly to think that team building and camaraderie play such a big role in one's future. These abilities actually have a great impact on individuals in their future workplace and even in their relationship skills in the future. It is of great consequence that students are taught these abilities when they are young so that they can continue to develop them as adults. Research has proven time and time again that fostering these bonds in young kids will help them succeed in their future. It helps bring a feeling of belonging to a group and may not leave one feeling like an outcast. It gives the group one common goal to focus on and prevents conflicts among team members. Being efficient is one of the most important qualities one might want to have at their group or in their workplace. The most fundamental way for efficiency to be possible is to promote camaraderie and genuine relationships. Flat or static relations will not aid in maturing the emotions of young kids. It may make them feel like the only relations possible are superficial ones. That then would lead to open communication among one another and gained respect. Kids can carry these characteristics into their adulthoods and form healthy bonds among many of the people around them. One can create an environment that encourages and nurtures friendship in many ways. Giving a group a common goal has long since been one of the most significant ways that this can be done. Talking to one another regularly would also promote a sense of togetherness in which the students may be able to understand one another more closely. Engaging in games and challenges together has also been known to help create the environment one might be trying to make. Lastly, it is important for everyone to always acknowledge one another and never dismiss each other's opinions without having thoroughly thought them through. In conclusion, team building, bonding, and camaraderie have all been known to help one develop in a better way and become a better person in their adulthood. It is never too late to start adapting these skills and implementing them in life. There are many ways to accomplish this kind of relationship in a group in everyday classroom conditions. These skills that the kids require will be taken with them as adults and help them form healthy relationships with one another.
The annular solar eclipse was seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico on October 14, 2023. At the peak of the eclipse, a ring of fire was seen in the sky. According to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, the phenomenon began at 9:13 in the morning, peaking at 10:34 and ended at 12:09 in the afternoon. A solar eclipse will not pass over Albuquerque for another several more decades, if not centuries. The annular solar eclipse passed over parts of the west and the southwest regions of the United States, including Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Sama Lilo, the editor-in-chief of the Phoenix Times and a yearbook and IT intern, won first place during the Fall Teen Speech Contest held last September 30th, 2023, hosted by CS Global Development in partnership with Adelia Stith, a Maxwell Leadership member, distinguished Toastmaster, trainer, and coach.
The state of New Mexico hosted the largest balloon fiesta for the 51st time in a row last October 7 through 14, 2023 at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta Park. Around 800,000 people come to the International Balloon Fiesta every year, and 76% of them are visitors from out of state and from other countries. Many local businesses took the opportunity to advertise their products in the venue and benefit from the revenue that the tourism brings. Locally made arts and crafts are put on display. Weather conditions were optimal for the balloon flights this year. Over 600 hot air balloons ascended during the week-long period. This is the second year that the drone show has become a part of the decades-old tradition.
And this concludes our broadcast. For more of the hottest and most relevant news, check the Phoenix Times newsletter from the ASC school website. And to better serve our readers, the monthly issues are now in virtual newspaper format. On behalf of the Phoenix Times, this is saying thank you, keep safe, stay healthy, and be awesome.